Welcome all you Pudas to a new video. I restarted the video because I didn't like how the makeup was looking, but that's a whole separate thing. It's me, your Supreme Puda fan, but I'm gonna tell you about my 448 hours. So the other day, Monday, I went to work with my older sister. So let's tell you about that. So there's a lot of key components and players in this, so instead of just saying what I normally say when I refer to them, I'm just gonna refer to them by their initial. So, L C K. I believe her name starts with a K. That's the only way I've ever seen that name spelt. It could be a C also. I don't know. I'm not gonna ask her. And then also, I'm just gonna refer to my sister as my sister. So, I go to work with her. Right. Also, nice. Right. This is my sister's shirt. So, I'm sitting outside of her job. Right. Because there's like little chairs outside of it. And we're sitting there. Now, there's another person, but my sister and her friends, not too big on him. So, yeah. Ian. He's like alright. He's just very quiet and he doesn't really talk to them, and they're not a fan of working without, that's a whole separate thing. So I'm sitting there, right? And my sister keeps looking at me through the window, stuff like that, right? So she asked me, was I thirsty, when she told me to come here. So she showed me stuff. I go, yeah, I'm thirsty. So she goes, here you go. She gives me 50 cents. Tell me to go to K. And because, like, obviously I know her. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like going over there. She's not there. So I asked the woman that's working there if I can, like, she's like, what do you want? Can I have a cup of water? She went, do you want the free cup of water? I said, and I quote, my sister gave me 50 cents. Is that enough? Exactly the way I just said it. So then, like, she's like, yeah, that's enough. So she asked me, did I want a large? I'm like, yeah, sure. So she goes to get the water. Kay comes out of the bag, right? She's like, hey, you sound so much like your sister. And as I told my siblings, I'm pretty sure her thinking I was my sister went out the window as soon as I started sounding like a medieval peasant. Please, Sawyer. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. That's my specialty, to embarrass myself in front of baristas in that mall. That's my specialty. Clearly. So I'm like, okay. So I get the water. I go sit down, right? And then in leaves, right? So my sister was like, you can come back here as soon as he leaves. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just in there. I get Taco Bell because I asked my mom if I can have $10 to get Taco Bell, right? So I go get Taco Bell, right? And we're sitting there. But before I get Taco Bell, C comes in there, which is my sister's friend slash, manager. C walks in there. And my sister goes, is it okay that she's sitting there? And she would, I don't care if you bring Benjamin Franklin, as long as N's not here. So we were just laughing. So I'm sitting there, I go get the Taco Bell. I go on a venture to go get the Taco Bell because, yeah, I wanted to have a lot of human interactions before my interview because I'm a very shy person. So I'm like laughing. Sorry, that's my son, Moon. I love him. So we're just like sitting there, right? I'm eating. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Once again, like I went to work with her. I was in the back. A lot of the item that they sell there, stacked to the brim. So I'm like, okay, right? So I'm just like walking around, and then, funnily enough, I have to go to my interview. I go there 30 minutes early. So I'm like, okay. So I come back. My sister and C's looking at me like, what happened? I'm like, oh, it's 30 minutes early. So we're just like talking, right? Fun time, right? Then I go to my interview. I think I did pretty good. I'm hoping I did pretty good. I don't know, on my birthday or the day before. So, like, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, So, I come back in there. They're talking. We start talking. We start having like funny conversations. and stuff like that. Then Ale comes in there, which is my sister's other friend that, But, so we're laughing. She still calls me, like, my nickname. She calls me Puda. She does not call me Savannah, so that was quite interesting, if you know what I mean. So, I'm just like, okay, right, Moon, calm down. Eat your food. Okay, so he got that, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, we're talking, and my sister is like on the phone with our parents. She's like doing that because she stayed a little later than she was supposed to. So our parents was like, you should let us know, which was like, okay, whatever. They mad at me too. I don't know all that. So I'm like standing there when I go C, and I want to get out of C in Ale's way because, like, I don't work at the store. So I'm like, oh, let me get out of their way. So I go sit down. There's a little bench by the items that they sell. So I go sit down when this old man walks up to me, sees me wearing earphones. Because, like, it's very overstimulating. There's a bunch of people in that store. He walks over there, go, you listening to music? I'm like, yeah. But actually, that's not the first thing he says. And I quote, he looks at me and go, you should smile. Because I'm just sitting there like this. Who the fuck's resting face is smiling, dog? I've never seen anybody smile just like, oh, I love it here. No one does that. So I was like, okay. So I'm literally just sitting there. He says, you should smile. He goes, you listen to music? I go, yeah. He goes, up, to my kneecap. Like, he taps my kneecap 2 times. And then he goes, like he was about to touch my hair. And then he stopped. Because, like, as I was saying to my siblings, he was already weird to touch my kneecap. Pretty sure he didn't want to do a microaggression neither. So that was interesting. So then C noticed that happened. She walks over there to me and she goes, did he just touch you? And I'm like, yeah. She went, you should have. So, like, I'm laughing about that. So me and my sister is about to get ready to leave when she looks at me and go. So that was fun working with my sister. I did no work. I hated just standing there listening to them while they were talking. And, well, I was also talking to them. I wasn't being a complete weirdo, just doing nothing. But, yeah, it was suck that I couldn't help. But I did not want to give my sister's, like, store manager any bind. Because that woman's pretty nice. And it would have been wild if she looked on the little cameras and saw free child labor happening right in her store. And plus, she knows I belong to my sister. So she would have known that it was free child labor that my sister put me up to. So my sister would have been taken off that Star of the Month wall. That's a whole thing we were making jokes about. But yeah. So that's my first story time. That's how Monday was. Let me tell you about Tuesday. Okay, so next Tuesday, is my birthday. So my sister bought me tickets to go see New Dad, one of my favorite bands, right? So it's pretty cool. I was excited. I asked, do they want to go see New Dad with me? No one went with me. That's all I was ever known. It's not because they didn't want to go see New Dad with me. It's because they all had other things to do. So I went to go see New Dad. Awesome. I'm also a big fan of Freak's Look, so that's cool too. I got a signature from her. Hold on. I'm holding it upside down. Signature, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna frame that, put that over there with my JVB signature over there. So that's pretty cool. This is the 3rd signature I've ever had, so that's awesome. I keep pausing the video because the side of my face, and I don't want to show it because it's messed up, but that's all I've ever known. So I'm like, cool. I go there, I'm standing in there, but I'm in the Uber. This man is listening to AI videos. I'm on the phone with my brother. This man's listening to AI videos. I'm like, and I'm trying not to be, like, very noticeable. Because, once again, cars got, like, the little dash mirror. That man can see me. I know he can. So I'm like, so I text my brother, can you hear him listening to AI videos? My brother goes, yes. Because, like, we're on the phone. He read the text message and went, yes. Like, he was listening to AI on blast. Oh my god. So we get there. He drops me off in front of the... I can't think of what the name of that spot is called, but the theater. So I was like, yeah, I've never been here. I've never a single time been there to know where I had to go. So I look, and I asked this man who's like a traffic advisor. What do they call? What is that? Was that what they're called? I don't know. So I asked him. He goes, you gotta go in the back to the shelter. I think you know where I am now. I'm like, oh, okay. Alleyway was the first way that I seen. I ain't going down alleyway. My parents told me not to go down alleyways. So I'm gonna listen. So I'm like, okay. So I walk back. He goes, you find where you gotta go? I went, yeah, you said the back, right? He said, yeah. He was like, yeah. So I go the long way, which is through the parking lot of the bar that's right next to it. So I go down there, right? So I'm standing there. I get in line. My sister calls me a few times to check on me, you know. We call her Mama Mo for a reason. This guy checks on me all the time. So she's trying to see I'm good. My actual mom's texting me like, hey, you good? So I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. She's like, take pictures of the exits. I want to see all the exits, right? So I'm like, okay. So I'm standing there, right? We go in there. We get like all of our stuff checked out. I'm standing in the front. I'm just sitting there. When these two girls that were already like, they were sitting right next to me. Very pretty. But one just keeps staring at me. So I don't know what that was about. I got no clue. She kept staring at me. So I was like, I suppose. So I'm just like listening to music. Freak Slug comes out. She performs awesome. I loved it. It was amazing. I got a bunch of videos. So I'm like, yeah. So I sit down after Freak Slug's done performing, where these two women that were never behind me is mysteriously behind me. And I called one of them Chaperone for a reason, but we're gonna get to that. So I'm like, there, but I'm just looking like, okay. She starts like talking to her friend, right? And she's like, yeah. Like, she's also they're both also very pretty, but that's not what we're speaking about. She looks, and she goes, I knew this woman was bisexual. And I'm just sitting there like, so I'm just like on my phone playing. This isn't my business. I don't know this woman. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, so she continues her conversation. She calls a woman the D slur and says she said that's what she was. And then her friend commits to grabbing her phone, right? The friend grabs her own phone, goes, nah, this is the one. You can't do that. So they keep going on. She's talking about they're talking about how many women they're seeing and stuff like that. And then she drops the bomb of the bombs. She shows her friend a picture of this girl. She says, yeah, she's young. Her friend goes, how young? She goes, I don't know. Young. These women couldn't have been that much older than me. Saying, I don't know how young, but young. Who? Did she just, like, allude that she was over there talking to minors? Like, what's going on? What's happening? Like, what happened? And then, like, also, my siblings and my parents think they were trying to ruse me, her and the other girl that was, like, next to me. But, like, still, it was something weird, like, and then also here comes the other killer, her friend, kept moving closer and closer progressively to me. Touched my knee 3 times. So my parents are making a joke now that I have invited knees because 2 days in a row, knee touching? Crazy. Insane, actually. illegal, I'm pretty sure of. Not physically, but mentally for me. It's something. So I'm like, okay. So, the moral of the story is, don't put my knees around people. They think they can touch them. But yeah, no. My siblings make a joke because they call me Childish Gambino. I won't elaborate on that. But if you know Childish Gambino's type, you know why they're calling me him. And then also they say I have a thing for gingers. That one's not debatable. But literally, both of the women that were oddly staring at me, chaperone there, and then the other woman, I don't know what that was about. My siblings said they think this is a test because this is my first time being outside alone, like, for a long period of time. It could be a test. Who knows? And I passed because, like, they were staring at me and I just thought it was weird. That was quite odd. They both had the opportunity to talk to me before I left. They both did. But, yeah. But it was pretty cool. So, back to the important part of the story. So after the concert was done, after I seen New Dad, which I wanted to cry so bad because they sung Let Go, and that's my favorite song by them. It's absolutely my favorite song, but there's this dude right next to me. He was fucking it up. So you can't really cry when there's a man doing this right next to you. You can't. It's just illegal, I think. So I'm like, so I stop. I'm like, queens never cry. No, because, like, why was he doing that to that song? Like, that song is so very sad. And he was really hitting it. Like, I know this is a rock band, but dang. But I felt like Hachi when she went to go see Nana, which was awesome. And then especially did, because I was going to tell my siblings that, because the shelter is so close, right, that the lead singer New Dad was, like, so close to me multiple times. She had eye contact with me, and then I had eye contact with her again, but we're gonna get to that. So, like, I'm waiting on my parents. I tell them I'm ready, and then I see Freak Slug, and she's just like trotting around. Like, she was walking really fast. I don't know what that was about. So I was like, excuse me. Also, a new thing that I do apparently is lift my heels off the ground to say excuse me. I'm like, excuse me. And she's like, yeah. I was like, can I take a picture with you? And she's like, sure. So I take the picture with her. Then she gave me her autograph after I walked over there to the table, waited my turn. And then she drew a little heart, which I thought that was pretty cool. Freak Slug, you're so nice. Thank you for being so nice to me. Other people do not do that when they see I'm very shy. So thank you for being so nice to me. But I'm standing there. I'm talking to my brother. Waiting on my parents. And I'm standing right by, like, the shelter. So I'm standing very close to the other door. When this creepy dude walks over there, no offense to him, but I just don't trust men. So any man that walks near me, kind of creepy to me. I don't care how old, I don't care how young. I don't care sensuality, anything. Anything. It does not matter. Any man. Just because I have trust issues. And by trust issues, I mean I'm just very shy. I think anybody's kind of creepy. I thought those two women that were staring at me was kind of creepy because they were staring at me. I think I don't trust anyone. Let me be honest. Let me be clear that it's not just a gender thing. I'm very distrusting to everyone. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just standing there, and he starts, like, moving closer, and I thought that was really creepy. So I went by the door, the shelter, right where the smoke thing is, when you're, like, smoking. So Freak Slug's band comes out, right? And I say, you guys were so cool, right? And they go, thank you. So I'm just like, so I'm, like, really excited because, like, yeah, that was awesome. I really do like her guitarist Bob, though. Like, I think she's the bassist, actually. I really did like her Bob. It was really nice. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm just standing there, I'm talking to my brother. When Freak Slug walks out, and I'm like, and then the guitarist and also the lead singer of New Dad walked out. So I was like, Like, that was pretty cool. So I'm just awkwardly standing there as I'm like, because I was having a meltdown before all of them came out, before Freak Select's band came out, because like the music, there's like a tent over there. The music was so loud, and I have sensory issues, and my brother's trying to calm me down on the phone because he can hear that I'm having like the worst time. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just sitting there and standing there. I didn't sit on the floor. I'm a germaphobe also, so not be weird if I sat on the floor. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm just like, and they're talking. I waited until they were done talking, and then I linked over there and I said, "Excuse me," and she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Can I have a picture with you?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." So then I took a picture with Freak Slug and also the lead singer knew that, but I took a picture with Freak Slug in the venue. So I was like, "Yeah." So I do that. She says, "Thank you for coming to see me." I go, "Yeah," and then I left. Not as if I couldn't stand right back where I was, because I was already standing there. I was standing there first, but I left. At last, I couldn't stand there no longer. So yeah, it was pretty fun. I had nachos when I came back home because my siblings love me and they gave me food. As my sister made the joke, she said she housewife, because that's what I say when I cook, because I mostly cook for me and my siblings. But yeah, so stay gay, stay humble, have a magnificent day, and next week is my birthday. I might post this on my birthday. I don't know if I'll make story times a Tuesday thing, because I'm supposed to be posting like rant videos on Saturday, which I will tape after this, but I'll probably have different makeup and a different outfit on because this is my sister's shirt. So yeah. Peace, guys. Love you. Bye. Literally take this off. My sister got orange in here. She's not even orange. She's tan. So I keep forgetting to say this in like everything or post it. But my sister made me bracelets for the concert. It was of my favorite songs. One of them was "Kick the Curb." I really do like that song. "Let Go," "Angel." I don't know, I can think of the other two. Oh, "Pretty." And then, I'm gonna just put the picture up there. I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know my favorite songs, but I'm gonna just put the picture up there, because I do have a lot of favorite songs, but I just put 5. This is a slight tangent, but when I listened to Angel, like, I loved it live, but the only thing that can still be in my head is when I went to the Totally Rad Adventures Fest with my older siblings and Ale, and we were sitting in our car. She turned on Angel. I love that song because I love New Dad. I just went to go see them yesterday, and I was singing it, and I was like, yeah. And I was trying to be so emo because, I was trying to be like, I don't care about anything but my own despair. And then my older sister slammed our brother's hand in the door, where he had to slide it out. Door still closed, which that man's a beast. I don't know how he did that. So that's all I can think of, because he sounded like a whole dog. Like, he sounded like a wolf when he did that. And I was like, I'm confused, because I'm looking like, whose dog is that? And the only reason why I knew was something going on is because Ale was sitting there like. So, the moral of the story is, don't let my sister around car doors with my brother. He actually, after that happened, do not do that around her. So, yeah, that's all that popped up in my head. I love that song. I love seeing it live. But that song's forever ruined because of my sister. Also, another brief side note, my sister just talked to Kay, and she was in fact talking to her about the fact that I sounded like a medieval peasant. So yeah, them two were both making jokes about that, so that's so fun. She really heard me say, "Will 50 cents be enough?" So